Not necessarily those of KKNW, its management, or other advertisers. This program is sponsored by Manuchehri.
Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We are live here just outside of Seattle in Bellevue and a lovely tall building that you can typically see the mountains. Today you can't because it's slightly overcast. But it's not supposed to rain today. Is that what you said, Benny?
Correct. It might arrive tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We need to take a break from all this heat, Marie.
We've had too much sunshine, is what
we
you're
just can't
saying.
handle it.
Yeah.
See, we're Pacific Northwesterners. We can't handle it.
I don't want to really water my stuff, you know?
I know, right?
Yeah, so I'm hoping it rains kind of soon.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I just don't want to, I probably should have had sprinklers put in, but I just don't feel like standing out there right now. And I think I need all brand new sprinklers again.
What?
They're just not working very well. And my handheld nozzle's not working well. I'm like, how long are these things supposed to last?
So like your heater, do you want me to come over and grab that too?
Yeah, sure. Might as well. Just go grab it. That's perfect.
Dig up your sprinkler system.
Oh, no, I don't have a sprinkler system.
Oh, I thought you had an old one. You just have the regular hand.
I got you. Yeah, all that stuff. I'm like, I need to go to Home Depot and get some more stuff.
I told you, get a lawn boy.
I do have a person who helps me.
Right.
Yeah.
Get more than one.
No, I think one's enough. He does a great job.
All
He's wonderful. Yeah. He does. He
Give
does
kudos
really
in. Didn't want to step on his toe. Or her. Could be either one.
It's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. He's great.
Great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
It's been a great week.
Good.
I got my first on Tuesday.
Yes.
I know, right? We're really excited. Little sore still in the arm.
Aww.
That would be the vaccine. I got the first one. And a little tired yesterday. Wasn't too bad, but I was really excited. I didn't want to tell you off air. I wanted to tell you on there. So I scheduled everything.
Yeah.
Went to the, it's a local grocer, actually. They have a pharmacy there. So I went in ahead of schedule, on time, hanging out, talking to people in the lobby. Oh my God, the first time doing it. Everyone's like, I was at the wrong location. Swear to baby Jesus.
Oh, that's so cute.
Only happens to me, right? Because Jen and I, our new producer, in the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks have been like frantically looking places up. I'm like, I can't get in. I don't want to go Tuesday. I don't want to go Bellingham, blah, blah, blah. I come back and like Yakima looked good and Walla Walla.
That's a long drive.
I want to stay local.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I get there early. I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy. And I give the paperwork and like, you're not on our list. I'm like,
no.
yes, I am. Here's my confirmation. And he looks at the dress. He goes, no, that's downtown. I go, no. I literally got up so fast, ran through a store like I was stealing something. I shouldn't have, but I did.
Right.
Made it within like 2-3 minutes
Right.
of after my appointment. So I was still okay. I was like nervous. I was shaking.
Cute.
And the lady was really nice, though. The pharmacist goes, it's okay. Take a break. You're the only one here. I'm like,
That's so cute.
so nervous. Because I was
so
like,
cute.
I waited so long for this. And I'm like, okay, good.
We're very happy that you received what you desired
Mm-hmm.
and that you are feeling wonderful and that you're excited about your next one.
Yeah,
So
right?
That's great. Yeah, wonderful. Well, that is a little bit of a to-do, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of a stressful thing,
Can
so.
It can be. So I'm breathing better and relaxed. And
Good.
we're here for you.
Oh, great. We're so great. And so helpful and
Mm-hmm.
happy that you are receiving what you desire.
Yeah.
So I think that's lovely.
Mhm.
So we have people waiting on the phone
We
lines.
do.
Okay, so should we go to those?
Sure. And
Okay.
the number is 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you don't have it, get in now. Lines are full, unfortunately, but we quickly run through them as fast as we can, and we'll do that. So we'll start out with Gina. Gina's calling in from the California area. Hi, Gina.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you great. Hi, Gina.
Great. Hi, Marie.
Hi.
I found you on Kelly White's show.
I
I've
loved that interview.
So good.
Oh my! In fact, we need to find it so we can put it on all of our stuff. We will. We've just been, a little slammed, but I love Kelly White. Number one, I've interviewed her first, and then she interviewed me on her show. She is so fun and so kind, and thank you for listening to that program. That was really fun.
Yes, she is. And I'm just so enjoying finding you, too.
Oh,
I think you're
thank
so
you.
great. And I'm so
Oh.
inspired by your mantras
Oh,
and your
thank
spiritual
you.
guidance.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I wanted to get some insight on sleep issues
Mm-hmm.
I've been having for the past 2 years. It's gotten to the point where I can't sleep like in my bed anymore. I'm only sleeping in a recliner chair.
Huh. Because you can't breathe, or what's the reason for it?
I feel like when I lay down, I feel like really restless and like I can feel like energy like moving through me, like kind of like sparks.
Uh-huh. That could be normal, by the way, especially when you're making some sort of energetic shift. You can, it's actually healthy and normal to feel lots of energy running through the body. And I think because we don't teach that in elementary school and we don't teach it in families because people don't talk about energy. I mean, we do now, some populations of people do, that's very interesting. So when you go sit in the chair, it goes away. When you're sitting
I think when I sit like upright, when I like lay on my back, for whatever reason, I don't tap into that. But when I'm laying like on my belly, like very comfortable in bed, it seems like something comes over me
And
it just,
you
like,
get
feels like a
scared.
lot of energy.
Do you get
yeah,
scared?
I do.
Yeah.
And I think it's my anxiety too. I've had anxiety for like 6 years.
Well, this could be partially hormonal, the anxiety, because from my perception, the way I look at energy is that most anxiety, except for a very small percentage of clients that I see, it's man-made. It's mind man-made or woman-made, right? It happens from our mind, overthinking, analyzing, and processing. And sometimes when hormones start to shift a little, it actually makes the brain race more. So I would, consider taking some herbs to balance your adrenal glands and to balance your hormones. I love herbs. I think they're really healthy and wonderful for people. And here's what I'd love for you to do, because experiencing energy isn't supposed to be a temporary thing. It's supposed to be something that we allow ourselves to experience our whole entire lives, because energy is constantly communicating with us. Everything's made out of energy, right? Everything is made out of subatomic particles. Your liver, your skin, your thoughts, our future, our history, everything is made out of energy. So maybe when you're, comfy all in bed, you could just say to yourself, what if I'm safe? What if everything's okay? What if I'm on the right track? Just use some positive what if questions to see if you can get your autonomic system to calm down. I am really glad that you do have an option so that you are getting recuperative sleep, because sleep is so important for the human body. It's such a necessary aspect of our wellness. So could you give that a shot and see how that works?
Yes, definitely. Thank you. And I've been trying, I heard on your show the HPA Adapt.
Yeah.
It's really been helping me relax.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a
So, thank
great
you.
herb. You're very, very welcome. I'm glad that you like that formula. It's a good one. So
Could you tell me my chakras?
Sure.
Do you see any
I
fogged or-
I wrote your energy out. You're taking energy into every vortex except for your first chakra. So you have a leak in your first, right? And usually when people have a leak in their first, there is some sort of fear kind of thing going on, or anxiety or stress. It can be family related. It can be all kinds of things. What I did hear, though, when I was talking to you, is that part of the movement of energy that you're experiencing is Kundalini. And Kundalini is a strong frequency and a strong vibration, but it is a huge complement to move Kundalini energy, to open up to it, to expand to it. It's a very powerful, healthy, vibrant energy. So I think you just have to be okay with the movement. You're probably having the movement all the time, but you notice
I
it,
am.
right? You notice it when you go night-night and you're like, what's going on here? What's happening? But I just get comfortable if you can. And at least the wonderful thing is that you do have a reprieve, because you won't be feeling, you'll get either comfortable with the energy, or you won't, it'll calm down after a period of time potentially, or it'll just seem normal after a period of time. But it is a compliment to move your energy and to align to Kundalini. So it's a good thing.
Great. Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
Marie.
Have
It's
a
such joy
beautiful
to talk
day.
to you.
Oh, you as well.
Hey,
Have a lovely...
hey, Gina, one sec. I have a question.
Oh.
Do you live alone?
No,
No, you don't.
actually,
Okay.
My mom's been living with me. Why?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, because I'm like, when my boys stay with me, there was always in the very beginning some nervousness, and so I did the same thing. I slept in a chair closer to their room rather than my bedroom because I was just a little nervous, and then I mean, now they're fine. They're like, go away from me. They don't want to see my
I don't
face.
have any children
Right.
to be worried about, but I'm sure once I do, I would probably want to be close to them.
Yeah, no, totally. So it's like that nervousness. I'm wondering because I had the same lounge chair. It was so comfortable, but I would get the worst
We all
sleep.
want the lounge chair.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this thing was butter though. Like for the first couple hours, but then after that, like, oh, my back. You know what I mean? Type of thing. So I kind of felt the same, but I was just curious.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Thank you.
so much.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Gina, for calling in, and good luck to you. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show. We'll take now Jen calling in from Seattle. Hi, Jen.
Great.
Hi,
Hi, Jen. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am lovely. Thank you. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm calling about a skin problem.
Uh-huh.
I've got just a terrible, tenacious itch on my shin
Oh, interesting.
that comes back sometimes as much as 2 times a year. Sometimes it comes in between years.
Uh-huh.
I've had it, for at least 10 years.
Wow.
Coming in and out. I got rid of it once with the help of a naturopath.
Uh-huh.
And in any case, it came back. I've had it for several weeks now, and it's just as bad as it's ever been. And I'm really tired of it. I want to get rid of it.
I don't mean to laugh, but when you have a rash or something, it is a sign of irritation, right? And then you're irritated by this thing that's irritating you. So, did you stop doing what the naturopath recommended?
Well, when I worked with a naturopath, it was more than 5 years ago, and she had me do a food elimination diet.
Because it's an allergy.
And I've gone since then. I've gone back to my regular eating patterns.
No. So you're so blessed. You found out that you have an allergy, and you found out what foods, or I'm assuming you have identified at least some of the troubling foods, so you can't go back to eating them.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of it. I mean, I absolutely agree. And just to clarify, the naturopath at the time said, if you're not allergic to any one food, you're just generally so toxic that anything you put in your system is going to give you a hard time. That's what she said to me.
Sure.
And the one thing that I continued doing from over these years from the regimen was I did this lemon water in the morning,
which is really great. It detoxifies the gallbladder. Do you?
Yeah, that's exactly what she said, and that has remained part of my tradition. But
do you currently eat wheat right now?
Meat? Yes.
Wheat.
Wheat. Yes, I eat wheat.
Because
do.
I think it's the culprit. I think you should stop eating wheat and see what happens, and let me know. And it, I understand why she said that you were toxic, because that's probably what she got from the lab results that she took of you. But sometimes we can't see the allergies that people have until their toxicity levels are reduced. And food can create toxins. People who have allergies to food. Do you know what your blood type is?
I think I'm an A positive.
Oh, yeah. So typically A's don't have wheat allergies. They actually typically do pretty good with grain. But
I have gone to a new naturopath. The other one has moved, and I just went a week or two ago, and she gave me a little blood test, which was different than I'd gotten before. And the only thing that showed on that was egg. So I don't know how pervasive that is. I've never thought about egg in my diet.
Right. Well, let's try taking the wheat out, and luckily there are tons of alternatives to wheat that taste good and are delicious. And here's the underlying cause of skin issues, right? Because when we look at energy medicine, each one of the primary chakras governs certain areas of our anatomy and physiology. And the 7th chakra, the one on top of the head, governs all the skin on the body, along with the neurological system. And when the 7th chakra is in beautiful volume and it's taking in light and all of that wonderful stuff from the heavens, it actually enhances our skin. So if you could allow the divine, spirit, source, whatever words you like, could be trees. I mean, I think trees are very sacred. If you can allow yourself to feel love by the universe, that will help your skin enormously.
Well, that's a really fun RX to follow. So
Good.
that's nice.
Great. Great.
When you look at my energy, does it look like I'm not doing that? Or,
No, I mean, it actually doesn't. No, it doesn't. You also have a leak in your root chakra. So that's the second person who has a leak in their root chakra. No, it doesn't. But maybe you need to take more in. Maybe like you've reached, sometimes we reach a certain plateau where we think, okay, I love myself this much, if it were a self-love exercise, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, we have to continue to expand. Do you feel the universe cherishing you and adoring you?
Yeah.
You do?
Makes me want to go out and ask the question again.
Okay, good. So I would do that and eliminate wheat if that feels like, something you want to do to see if it works, and keep us posted. Let us know what happens.
Okay, thanks. I'll try to get rid of wheat. That does sound like it'll help. So I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You.
You're welcome.
You too.
Yeah, thanks, Jen, for calling in from the Seattle area, 877-825-8828. We're at our first break of the hour already. I know.
Oh
Quickly, it happens. For the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. Or you can even check out her page at energyintuitive.com for more information on her events and calendar and so forth.
I know all of my courses are sold out right now, and
oh, bummer.
So I decided I wasn't going to teach during the summer because I'm hoping people are going to feel comfortable and happy and get out and go ride their bikes and play and or whatever they need to do that feels right for them in their life. But I will start teaching, maybe towards the end of the summer and definitely into the fall. So stay tuned. I will be booking those online courses very soon.
Because we're here to sneak in a little Marie for you.
Oh.
All right. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here just outside of Seattle in a bigger, well, not as big as Seattle, but Bellevue used to be so tiny. And I've lived in, Washington my whole life. And I lived in Bellevue, where we are right now, we're in one of the T-Mobile buildings. It's kind of funny. There's like 5 or 6 of them all in a row. Well, all kind of clustered together.
They all surround us.
Yeah.
We're the hub.
Yeah, we are. Are we the hub? Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
We're Hubbard Radio.
That's true. We are Hubbard
I mean, we're
Radio.
close
That's
there,
true. Yeah. And when I lived in Bellevue, 148th was dirt. It was a dirt road.
It was.
Yeah. And there were many little horse farms all over the area.
Which is Eastgate. It's just right up here on the
Yeah, Eastgate was lower.
area.
So I lived like in Upper Eastgate, like, above Lake Hills, so I lived, because I went to Sammamish, so I lived close to Sammamish High School. And all through the entire 148th was dirt. There was no concrete. It was 1 lane each way. Now it's like 3 lanes each side, tons of concrete. I mean, like an airplane could land on it, maybe a small one.
Yours.
Yeah,
Someday.
an airplane. And there were little horse ranches everywhere. People rode their horses all over the place.
They still have a couple around there,
They
like
do
Bridal
have a
Trails
few.
area, I know. still
Yeah,
has
Bridal Trails.
Mhm,
That's where Charles goes to doggy daycare, right over there.
Yeah.
We walk the trails. Bridal Trails is cool.
Yeah.
And there's always horses on those trails. It's a state park here, and you have to kind of walk around the horse poop while you're in the state park, but then they come and pick it up for you. They have like this little Jeep, and this guy comes and picks up all the horse, leftovers, and it's great.
Props given to that person.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to.
But yeah.
Good fertilizer.
Yeah, so it's so interesting. Bellevue's so huge now. There's so many skyscrapers in Bellevue
They're
now.
the new Seattle. I mean,
It really is.
when you break it down.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Because I moved here in 1991. So, and I went to Issaquah and moved out there. So there was literally nothing there either. It was like a gravel pit.
Yeah, there wasn't even now.
Nope.
There's Costco, Fred
Everything.
Meyer,
They had
everything.
a giant man-made lake out there that they used to remote control hybrid planes and stuff like that when we first moved in. Like people,
Wow.
yeah, I mean that was way.
and now that's all gone.
nothing. I mean, they made like a little pond, a man-made pond.
Yeah.
For some koi or something. That's about like the scale. That's pretty much what's there now.
Yeah. So it used to be pretty natural around here. Now it's kind of upscale, I guess.
Well,
you could
we're not
say.
getting smaller. As a planet,
No,
so.
we're not getting smaller. Yeah, we're getting bigger.
Yeah,
Okay, so we have people on the phone lines.
We do. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take now Anna calling in from Connecticut. Is it Anna or Anna?
It's Anna.
Hey, Anna.
Hello, Anna. What can I do for you?
Hi, Marie. I just wanted to share that I met you through my younger sister, Kathleen, who's in one of your psychic coaching courses.
Great.
And I'd love it if I could now talk to her and she wouldn't just keep talking about you and your course. So.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she's bombarding you with the
No.
course, is she?
No, I mean, it's the ripple effect.
Oh,
right? So
right,
You're helping
yeah.
her. Yes.
Right. Lovely.
So I am calling today because I'm having a little bit of a health issue with my heart.
Oh, interesting.
It has been beating pretty quickly, and it's been going on for a couple months. And I've been to my PCP about it.
Great.
And they say it's called tachycardia.
Tachycardia. Yes, I've had it actually. I know what tachycardia is. So
you know the joy of it.
right, yeah. For me, when I had it, and then we'll get back to you. I think yours is hormonally related. I'm glad you went to the doctor, though. I think everyone should, go see a practitioner when they have a health issue, right? If it's not going away or something, at the very least, I think people should go see their doctors or whatnot. So that was really good. But they're not worried, right?
I don't know if they're worried. I don't think I have probably the best PCP in the world.
Oh, okay.
They sent me for some blood work, and it showed that I'm a little bit anemic for the first time in my life. Oh no, actually, it's not true. I was anemic when I was pregnant, but that I have like some of my red blood cells is down. And so then the doctor said, well, now you have to get an OBGYN workup and a GI workup to make sure you don't have blood loss. And so it's been going on for a couple months.
But that kind of makes me feel like they're not worried. When doctors are worried, they go, so we're going to have you check into the hospital, or like when I had tachycardia, because I actually walked up to one of the cardiologists. I'd had it for months. And because nurses kind of wait, we're like, I'll be fine. That's how nurses are. So I walked up to one of the cardiologists, and I told him I was having tachycardia. He immediately, I had to wear a harness for a week. I had to get an echo echocardiogram. Everything was fine. My biorhythms were off. I think yours is hormonally related. So I had to go from graveyard shift to day shift is what I had to do so I could go back to my biorhythms. But I think yours is hormonal. But I still think it's great. I'm glad your doctors are making sure that everything's okay.
I had another appointment with them this morning because I just was like, okay, this is going on for weeks. It's not getting better, and I don't really know what they want me to do. So I called, and they said, and I finally got to talk to the person who was really my doctor and not just like another physician in practice. And she said, well, so they're going to order those tests that you just mentioned.
Yeah, which is a great idea.
Wear something.
You have to wear a harness. Yeah. They want to make sure that your heart is beating appropriately. And do you have it all the time, or is it sporadic for you?
It's when I sit down or lie down, it goes to the normal range. But then when I get up and do anything, it goes up, 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 up.
Interesting. So with activity, it increases. Interesting.
That's it. Yeah.
So I think that's really great that you're going to wear the harness, get the echocardiogram, because that's what they're supposed to do, right? If something's not, it is the heart. We have to look at it. We have got to find something, right? Potentially.
Right.
So do you take any herbs? And I know I'm sounding like a repetitive person when I say this. I just think feeding the adrenal glands is such a big deal. And most people are very, very fatigued adrenal wise. So do you feed your adrenal glands with herbs?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So I think that would be a good idea is to find a good formula, ask a naturopath or go to a place like Pharmaca, or you can actually get online and find, a really great blend of herbs that will help with the adrenal glands, and maybe something with some maca root too, because sometimes when women's hormones change, then that can affect the beating of their heart. Although I find it very interesting that you notice a change with posture shift. I wrote out your energy, and you have a tiny, tiny leak in the back of your heart chakra. I would not consider that a symptom of it's not an energetic read to tell me that you have something seriously going on with your heart. But of course, I love that you're going to go have all these tests done to make sure that everything's okay. Yeah. So herbs to enhance your body, right? For your adrenal glands and your reproductive organs.
Reproductive. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the rest of my energy is looking A-okay.
Yeah. You have a pass through in the second and the third, which is not a leak. It just means that a lot of energy is moving in, but then it's moving out consistently.
Okay.
And then you're taking energy through all the rest of your chakras, even your root. So I wouldn't be concerned about your health, but of course, we do have to go make sure that everything is really okay. So good job on your part.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So Marie, our family, we love you.
Oh, that's very sweet and kind. That's very kind. And we send all of our love to all of you as well. Thank you so much. It's very sweet.
Take care.
All right. Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Anna, from calling from the Connecticut area, 877-825-8828. And we'll now travel to Carson City, Nevada. We have Molly joining us. Hi, Molly.
Great.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Molly?
I'm hanging in there. How are you guys doing?
We're great. Thank you.
We're hanging with you.
Yeah. Right now we are hanging with you. What can I do for you?
I wanted to know if you could bring forward any messages for me from loved ones from the other side or from my spirit guides.
Sure. I will definitely look into that. And you have a few on the other side. I'm very sorry, by the way. I am.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said you do have a few on the other side, and I'm very sorry that has happened.
Thank you.
I truly am. And I mean, you've got a few. They're kind of a little bit pushy. They're all trying to get, space here. You know what I mean? Like, no, let me go. No, let me go. Your family's funny. You have a funny family. Would you agree?
Yes, part of them. Yes.
Right.
Part of them.
And some of them who are on the other side, because I never see, beings like fighting for, no, let me go first. Let me go first. No, let me go first. I never see that. So they're doing it out of humor, to be funny. They're showing this silliness. And it's a man and a woman that are kind of fighting over position here. One of the women could be a grandmother. Is your mother still living?
No.
Ah, well, I'm very sorry. You sound so young, so I expected your mother to be living. Did your mother have lighter hair before she passed?
It was like an auburn throughout her life. She was, had red hues and light brown.
Uh-huh. But when she passed, was it that color or was it lighter?
I wasn't around her when she passed.
Okay. So you hadn't seen her in quite a while, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. So I asked that question particularly because it's the very first thing that I see when I look at someone who's crossed is I see their hair or their lack of hair or their hairline. And so it helps me to get clarity about who I'm seeing. So you don't know if your mother had gray hair or...
Yes, she definitely had gray hair.
Okay. All right. So then I'm probably on your mother.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then there's a gentleman as well. These were the two people that were fighting for who's going to talk first,
that would make sense.
Okay. And I don't know who the male person is yet, but I'll go ahead and describe them in a moment. But I'm going to be honing on your mother first. And obviously there was stuff going on between the two of you, right? Or challenges of some sort. And your mom she doesn't totally face me. So I can see her back. I can see her face because I can just rotate my vision around to the front of her. But she turns her face towards me to look at me and make eye contact. But she has her back towards you. It's kind of a indicator of feeling embarrassed or a little ashamed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So she's, wants to be here, which is really lovely and wonderful, but also feeling uncomfortable because for whatever reason, things were not in a comfortable place before she crossed. And your mother wants me to tell you, she says this very loudly, this is all on me. That's what she says. Whatever happened is all on me. And she also wants me to tell you that you did absolutely everything correctly, that you did not make any mistakes. Not that you're thinking that, but I think sometimes when people leave, we sometimes wonder, well, should I have done this or that? Or you know what I mean? Like we sometimes get curious about that. But she says, this is all on me. And the circumstances that happened between us or within our family have nothing to do with you. That's what she says. Like you didn't do anything wrong, which I think is very, very, very sweet. She also gives you a huge bouquet of flowers. It's they look like tulips, like really pretty pink tulips. Kind of they're very there's a little bit of green in the tulips. It's really pretty. I mean, a gorgeous color. So not like a light pink, kind of a medium pink with a little bit of green hue in them. And then she has like this kind of like wisteria, but some sort of purple plant that kind of cascades out of the bouquet. And she says, I hope someday you'll be able to forgive me. That's what she says to you. So how do you feel about that?
I feel good. I actually wrote down, certain signs that I wanted to be brought forward, and flowers was one of them.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's very, very sweet.
Yeah,
that's
so thank
lovely. Well, you're so welcome. You're very, very welcome. I'm so sorry that all of that happened, in your life, and of course, around the time of her passing. I'm very sorry. And she is too, of course. She doesn't completely understand everything. Like, a lot of people think that when you leave your body, you just have this full consciousness, but that's not necessarily true. Whatever we didn't work on while we were in a physical form, we still have to work on it. We still have to work on it somehow, some way. But she, so she can't fully explain everything to me, but the things that she explained, I think, were really lovely and kind and for your benefit. And that's important for her, is that you feel good about where things are now, that she's at peace.
Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
She was suffering, so I'm not angry with her.
Of course not, but it's just hard. Parents are supposed to be different for us. You know what I mean? We're supposed to have a different...
Yeah, definitely.
At least that's what we're taught as young kids, that, they're not supposed to mess up or be problematic or have hard times, and they're supposed to do everything for us. That's what we're taught. And so when that's not our life experience, it's a little hard to get around it, but it sounds like you have, and I'm very happy for both of you. Now she turned her face directly towards you, and she's smiling really beautifully. That is lovely. She tells me that one of the things she's going to do is stand outside your auric field out of politeness and respect, which I think is a good call. But she's going to tell you every day that she's proud of you and that she loves you every single day. Isn't that lovely?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I think we have to go to our next caller, if that's okay with you.
That's. Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me.
No, yeah, I was just letting her know
okay.
that we're gonna go ahead to
Yeah.
our next caller. Okay.
And thanks, Molly, for joining the show from Carson City. And we will take one more before our last break of the hour. It's going to be Claire calling in from Denver, Colorado. Oh, real fast. Have you done the Tulip Festival up north? Yeah.
I've been there, but not this year.
Okay, so because you said tulips earlier on the last guest.
I love tulips.
Gotta
too.
hit it up. It's so beautiful.
Have you been this already?
No, I'm going to
Okay.
schedule it, but I've seen everyone posting their stuff.
Oh, yeah, I got to go, right? Like, because that could be a fun
Open air.
place. Open air,
Beautiful
walk
colors.
around. Hopefully
it.
I can take Charles,
Yeah.
go for a lovely walk. Okay, thanks.
So
That's
the Tulip Festival, folks, if you're listening, you're
Yeah.
not from here, check it out online.
oh, my gosh, it's
Okay.
really
Super-
amazing.
Super
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it's really-
Okay, Claire from Denver. Sorry about that, Claire. Hello.
Hi, Marie and Benny. How are you guys?
We are lovely, thank you. How's Denver?
It's actually sunny today.
Oh,
It's actually
nice.
had snow.
I know. I have clients in Denver, and I was talking to someone recently, and it was snowing. It was freezing cold and snowing there.
Exactly.
So what can I do for you?
I'm actually, unfortunately, in quite a bit of pain.
Oh,
with my
physically
back.
pain? Uh-huh.
For a while now, and so I'm just kind of looking for some guidance. 'Cause
Okay.
It's kind of day by day. I feel a little like bleak that I'm not going to get better.
Uh-huh. I'm very, very
Sometimes
sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I truly am. And I just want to clarify, you said back pain, correct? You have physical back pain?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
So, again, I'm really, really sorry. This is what backs mean. And I'm sending you energy right now and working in your vertebrae, just so you know. And hopefully that will create some relief for you. Just sending
Thank you.
a bunch of energy and 10 of angels to work on your spine. People who have back pain, and I wouldn't get this from listening to your voice, but people who get back pain are, let's say, and again, this may not be the right word, but are stubborn, or they're not letting go of something. They're holding on. And this is what contracts the vibration or the energy in the spine that can leave, back pain, like contraction of the vertebrae or the ligaments or the muscles or the tendons. So is there something that's been hard for you to let go of?
I feel like there's a lot of stuff, but it could be in relation to my work and kind of figuring that out, because I've wanted to release it and I haven't released it. I actually did kind of just release it.
Oh, good.
But that was kind of a big deal. But it's I can't. I guess I can't put my finger on it. And
Sure.
Sure. And maybe the stubbornness. Maybe not stubborn, but maybe I'm not so easy to just let things kind of roll by.
Sure, of course.
Hold on to things.
I think people who really care and have great compassion hold on to things, right? Because they're trying to make everything right and they don't want to make mistakes. It's an internal, the way at least I'm looking at you, it's an internal controlling aspect, not necessarily an external controlling aspect. So I would recommend starting to repeat, what if I surrender and get out of the way? And you don't have to think about what, because that could just be your tendency. Like, I'm going to hold on to this. I remember when each one of my daughters got married, and I'm a strong parent, very devoted, very loving, generous, all those things. Luckily, I get to be those things with all my son-in-laws too. I love all of them. They're great guys. But it was hard to let go of my kids, like they're not going to live with me anymore. Although some, they might have to move in with me from time to time as they have parts of their homes remodeled, and I'm very excited for that.
Again, bummer.
Yeah, I'm like, oh darn. One of my kids said, Mom, we have to have our main bathroom remodeled. It's the only shower they have in the house, and can we stay with you? I'm like, of course,
why not?
right?
Sure.
The grandbaby, I'm going to be thrilled. So it was hard for me. I had to let go because even though we love each other and we have a wonderful family, they now have their person who is a part of their life. So letting go it can be about so many different things, and people who are really, really adore and cherish things in their lives and want to be good people and do the right thing all the time, they can be hard on themselves and they may not give themselves a break. And I feel like this is really touching your energy as I'm talking. It may not be related to children, but you know what I mean?
No, I have those too.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on.
Right.
Now,
okay.
So.
Okay, because I can really feel things penetrating when I was talking about that. So your new what if question, no matter what you're thinking about, no matter what you want to do in the world, no matter what's going on, so maybe every hour you're going to repeat for a couple minutes, What if I surrender and get out of the way? What if everything's okay? What if I can let go? So we can let your back relax. And then one of the things that will happen as you start to do this, you might then find the name of a great chiropractor or some Rolfer, a physical therapist or something of that nature that can support you while you're gaining back the strength in your spine.
And that has started to happen.
Good.
Like I've kind of seen a little trail. So
great.
Yeah, it's just it's been.
I know. I'm
now.
so sorry. I truly am sorry. It's no fun at all. And physical pain. Go ahead.
Would you say, is this like root chakra?
You do have a leak in your root. So good job.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, our last caller didn't, but you do. And I don't, other than seeing the tightness in the spine, I don't see a leak in your spinal energy, which is great, you know. So the root is about feeling safe and supported and feeling loved and cherished, feeling like you have a community around you. That's really important for the root chakra.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Good.
Yeah.
We're all sending you love and happy vibes, and try not to freak out. This won't last forever. You're just changing, and sometimes we have to let go of certain things so we can transform. Transformation is not the easiest thing in the world, you know. And thank you so much for calling in, Claire. We're really happy for you. But I think we should talk about this for just a few moments, Jenny, if you don't mind. Transformation is not the easiest thing in the world. It can be scary to transform. We can have a lot of resistance about transformation. And so we need to be really kind to ourselves. Our bodies might react, our mind might react, our personality could get wigged out for, you know, short periods of time or long periods of time when we're changing energetically inside, which is really healthy for us. But it can be hard sometimes when things shift or move. It can be very challenging. One of the things I mentored, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred people in the field of energy medicine. I no longer mentor. I only coach little segments like, you know, psychic coaching or financial freedom or, you know, vibrational coaching. I'm going to be doing a mediumship coaching program as well. But I used to tell my mentoring students that, because I think I mentored for a decade, that you might be the first person to tell something to someone and they don't like it. In fact, they're mad at you. But you also could be the 10th person to tell something to someone and they think you're amazing, you know, but they didn't like it the first 8 or 9 times that they heard it from different people. And so what's important to realize when we're talking about transformation, that we need to be very kind and loving and compassionate to ourselves and realize that in transformation, you are moving from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And there is a liasis or whatever that word, liaison, I can't say that lovely scientific word right now, but a destruction, you know, of what used to be as you merge into expanded consciousness. And it can be a little challenging sometimes, but it's worth it. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And, you know, everyone just needs to be very kind and loving to themselves as well.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
All right. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our last break of the hour.
Already?
I know. Again.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll be right back with more from Marie.
And welcome back to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here outside of Seattle, and we're taking people's calls. It's been really fun. I've been enjoying our hour together, and we have another, 7 or 8 minutes. We'll see how many people we can get through the phone lines.
Yep. And we'll take now Stacy calling in from the Edmonds area. Hi, Stacy.
Great.
Good morning. I'm so excited.
Oh, good morning, Stacy. So Stacy's local. Edmonds is so beautiful. What a perfect part of the country to live in. Yeah.
It is just beautiful.
It
Rain
is.
or shine. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. So what can I do for you?
I'm calling about our son. He has had some swelling in his digits, his fingers and his toes.
Interesting. Some inflammation.
Yes, and we've done
Is
a
it both
diet
hands?
change. Both hands.
Interesting.
It's not consistent, and he's had many different tests, and there isn't a specific name that's been
that's
placed
good.
on it yet.
Mm-hmm. That's
What's
good.
that?
That's good. I like it when doctors can't find things because that means it's more energetic than physical. I like that.
Me too. It's a conundrum a little bit. I share with him things. I just have to be kind of delicate about what I share with him.
Right.
Energetically.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm curious what you hear about it.
Well, I wrote out his energy as you were speaking. Nothing actually comes out to me that would indicate, skin or swelling or, things of that nature. He has some sparks at the tip of his crown chakra. And I know, Stacey, you know what I'm talking about because you're a client and a student. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. So he has some sparks coming off the tip of his crown chakra. And that governs the neurological system, the crown chakra does. So which is interesting. Does he do any major gaming? I'm like, what is he doing with his hands all the time? Does he do any major gaming or anything like that? Video stuff?
He does enjoy gaming, that's for sure, but not hours and hours. He is a computer science major.
So he's on the keyboard a lot.
What's that?
He's on the keyboard a lot.
He is.
Yeah, so that's what I think this is related to.
Oh.
I do.
Okay.
So,
and
he doesn't have a leak in his root, which is great. He has a little bit of mixed energy. So we do want to work on some inflammation here because he's having an inflammatory process from overusing his digits, his fingers.
Okay.
So we want
that also affect his toes because it's in his toes as well.
Yeah, he's having an inflammatory process. So we need to work on his inflammation. There's actually an herb, but I don't remember the name of it. I do have your contact information, so when we get home, we can send you that. It's this natural remedy that my chiropractor recommended that I love, but then we need to get down to the nitty gritty. Even though he's got this little spikes in his crown, it is going to be more root related because the root chakra governs, for him anyway, it has to do with an inflammatory process. So we need to kind of nip this in the bud because he's young. This is a college student. We don't want him to have inflammation now, right?
Right.
Yeah. So,
right. Well, I will definitely keep working to that end.
Okay.
Does he
gingerly?
Does he sit a lot when doing his work?
He does. He gets up every 20 minutes, though.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
because I know
he's very conscientious about that and conscious of that aspect.
Yeah,
and, looking up from the computer, and he just really loves learning. So.
I agree.
Sure.
And I love that he recognized this, because he's young and some people would just overlook it and not.
No big
I'm
deal.
fine. Yeah. And he didn't do that. So I'm really happy that he's, reported
Aware.
it and you guys are taking care of it. But we don't want him to develop, some inflammatory response system, right? We don't want that.
Do you think we should, even though the diet didn't really bring out any change in his physiology, should we still?
I think it has to do with, I think it's the loss of his dad, honestly. I do.
Me too.
I do. I think it's the loss of his dad.
Me too.
I do.
I know.
So, but that's okay, right? He, yes, Stacy's husband passed away a few years ago, and it's a big deal, when your dad dies, right? It's a big deal.
It is.
So I think it's related to the loss of his father.
Yeah.
And it's creating an inflammatory process, and that's what I think. Okay.
So keep persevering. I appreciate that. Well, thank you for
You're
your
welcome. You're welcome.
I love you
too.
You guys are
Oh,
awesome.
thank
Take
you.
care.
Have a
Thanks.
gorgeous day.
Yeah, appreciate the call. 877-825-8828. We will now take. See, even Lori got that. She didn't even know. Lori from Canada. Hello.
Hello, Lori.
Hi, Benny.
Hi.
Hi, Marie.
Hello.
It's really nice to hear your voice.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to hear your voice as well. What can I do for you?
Well, I was wondering if myself, my spirit guides, or you had some guidance for myself and my kids and my cats and my dog on what the next
the next step is.
We got the full meal deal coming at you.
You know?
And how is the family? I finally recognized your voice. We have spent a lot of time together over the years.
We have, and you've really made a big impact on my life and how I am as a mother and where the direction of my life goes and how healthy I've become. But also, it of course brings up other things that you recognize or what dynamics that what do you do with. So,
well, you know what I know it's next for you.
Okay.
Right? I think you're supposed to have a job in the multisensory world.
Right, which is I sold my house just now, and it's so interesting for feedback for you. Is I remember having a session with you years ago, and I remember telling you, this is the house I'm going to stay in for a long time, and you're like, nope, I see you there 5 years. And I looked the other day, and it's like a month shy of 5 years.
Wow.
Or basically to the month of when I bought it. So it took a long time to sell, and I recognized that I had resistance because I think I have resistance to change. And
that's a good thing to recognize about yourself, Lori. That's a really great thing. Yeah.
So I started working on a lot of that. And I almost had like this sort of imploding thing happen where so much stuff came up this year, all in my head, of course. But so I really tried to be working on everything. And I kept focusing, manifesting on seeing that sold sign and then letting it go and feeling positive. And it sold within like a week. But then
I love that.
I thought, it was, yes, and the manifesting and learning how the world works and helping my children recognize that, because then they'll be like, wow, we manifested it, and it's really exciting. And
so
what happened is I'm kind of in the corridor because I had a plan of where I thought I would go.
Oh, you mean location-wise?
Right, and so when the house took a long time to sell, and now somehow I'm in a different place.
That's good. Sometimes that's good.
And so
because the house selling,
where I'm supposed to go.
But sometimes the house taking a while to sell was to help you to reevaluate what you need to do potentially. Do you see what I mean?
And that,
right?
Yes, and I see the benefit in that too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So do you have a place to live?
I have to be out in 4 weeks. No.
Okay.
I have to be out in 4 weeks.
So now I know what your question is, because I'm going to be telling you something else, but which I will. But I think you need.
And one thing I was just going to quickly say is that with this resistance, I feel like I'm pulling myself back to being a nurse. Like I'm.
Yeah. Well, you're always going to be a nurse, but I don't want you to go work in the hospital. I want you to go sign up for Alan Cohen's coaching program. That's what I want you to do. Because I think it's going to give you enough of a way to, because I think you've had a hard time figuring out, how do I move into this multisensory, perception work? And I think that'll be a great way for you to segue and give you all the tools and create a wonderful community for you. And I think you need to go find a rental house or rent back from the buyers. You're not going to be ready in 4 weeks for another house that I can see.
Okay. And Marie, I took the Alan Cohen's course.
You did?
Already.
Okay. So why aren't you doing it?
I keep feeling like
there you go.
But
here's my first question first. Did you enjoy the program? Was it fulfilling and helpful for you?
I still have a lot of connection through it. Yes, it was great, and I want to move forward.
So you need to get off your tough it. You need to get off your tough it. You need to stop analyzing and processing and trying to figure things out through the logical mind. That's a complete waste of your time. You've done everything to set yourself up to have a successful career doing what you love. Get off the tough it, get to work, stop making excuses or trying to figure it out through your brain. How does that sound?
Where will I live?
Well, we don't know. Go get a rental house.
Yeah.
But do I stay? My plan was to move to the coast or to move closer to water or the mountains, and I'm still in the city. And now I
have to go off the air.
You'll figure that out. You got to make the first move first, and go do that.
I'll say this quick before Benny kicks me off. What if I live in the most amazing place I could possibly imagine?
Perfect.
That's your what if question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do it. And thank you for talking.
You're welcome. All my love to you. All my love to you.
You too. Take care. We love you.
Okay. I love you too.
Thanks, Lori.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a beautiful day.